The last thing that we want to talk about is the Cleveland Browns and the Minnesota Vikings both dropped alternate uniforms. And man, I have always not been a huge fan of the Browns because it's orange and brown. That is a very tough color palette to work with. And these uniforms are not a whole lot of orange and brown anyways, so I guess that's kind of the solution. But holy shit, are they sick. So somebody, NFL fashion advice here, saying week 2, both the throwbacks jerseys. This already might be the uniform matchup of the season. Like,
love that matchup.
So sick. Like, that is one of the more badass uniforms. And the Bengals with their whiteout uniforms, like, oh man, like this division's
John,
sick.
The best alternates, and I don't know how teams screwed this up. Detroit screwed theirs up, and if you want to show Minnesota's here, because Minnesota's I think are awesome as well.
Yeah, the like announcement video they did for it.
The announcement video is awesome too. But I don't know what it is, but like you don't want to alter your uniforms too much, right? You want to keep the original colors and just kind of, in a weird way, if you simplify them enough and you add like either like a lot of a white color or a lot of a black color, like a dominant color, those are the best uniforms. They don't overthink it. Like Detroit's done some weird things, but when they just went like they're all black alternates and changed nothing else about the uniforms besides like the main solid color, that was the best uniform we've seen Detroit do. Sometimes you see these teams do too much with their alternates, and like Seattle does too much when they go like full neon. Right. Some of these uniforms, when they go alternates and it's just a clean, smooth one color with, their actual colors is kind of like a side. Those are the best. Like Cleveland did it right. Yeah. Cleveland absolutely did it right. Simple, effective.
I would say the only, exception that I'm thinking of in my head is the Dolphins uniforms.
Yeah, those were last sweet. Year. But that teal is so unique.
And
like
it's
the
so
neon
cool.
green,
yeah.
The neon green's overdone. Every sixth grader.
Well, that's what we talked about.
Puberty is where exactly has worn those neon socks, Nike Elites with Nike shorts, Nike Elite shorts down that basically touch the socks, becomes looks like sweatpants. Right. You got the neon shirt with it, and then don't forget a neon flat bill hat.
Yeah, it's tough. I think honestly, as a uniform designer to get right, other than just going for full whites or blacks a lot of the time, because of the fact that, like you said, like people don't like change even. So when you're hitting them with something crazy different, most of the time it just doesn't resonate.
Even the Steelers alternate it keeps the original one-sided Steeler logo on the helmet. The helmet's it's pretty much the same. Even the uniforms are not much different. It's just they changed. They took a little bit of the white out, right? So it's just black and the gold, right? It's slightly different, but it stands out because you're used to seeing such a similar thing every single game. We've done YouTube shorts and TikToks on like uniforms.
Just uniforms and brands.
Just uniforms. Yeah. And some of those in the past are sweet. And some teams do it right. Like I think the creamsicles are sweet.
Well, that is going to be honestly
I think
probably an eyesore for that game because the Lions are going to have their alternates on too.
I think it's going to be sweet.
There's so many colors going on here.